due to the extreme poor health from the 9 months of being homeless with a dog on the streets of Toronto. And, those who are in authority, those who are the media made front runners and our supposed mayor, they're working against the people, serving the special interests and the few, and they're using taxpayers' dollars to oppress many, not just a few. But yet today, after, I was told I was supposed to be in the hospital by EMS due to the heart rate, they say that's the symptoms of people with stroke. And, people have to understand that it only takes a little for us to do a lot, but they'd rather give a lot to someone like the media appointed and the media focus wannabe mayor who they get a lot, but they don't do what they got to do with what the people entrust them with. So we want to put the children first, feed the hungry, deal with the homeless, stand up to abuse of authority, and inspire hope, not dope. My opponent, with 7 cops on corruption charges, still respect the law, and with another on sexual assault, and another 7 to 12 that I will be putting forth, plus the 2 that was found guilty in the Superior Court of Ontario, which was why so-called 22-year detective Peter Kerr, he said he was promoted for breaking the law and ordering me homeless. But yet I was able to fulfill an application to legally contest the budget of the one that says she hasn't decided if she's going to run yet. But we definitely know that Olivia Child's going to run because that's what her budget is all about, serving the special interests, giving favors, so eventually you can get votes. But then when she loses in October, then the incoming mayor, which definitely will be Mr. Kevin Clark, due to real service and not lip service, would be handcuffed by a budget that does not justify the spending of the previous budgets. Our transportation infrastructure is disgraceful. Traffic fatalities are disgraceful. Homeless ordeal is disgraceful. Police corruption is disgraceful. And we're not seeing the service to the people of Canada's largest city for the money that they're allowed to say that we are going to spend it because council and the mayor seem to think that they have a free reign to spend what they want and do what they want with taxpayers' dollars. I don't believe that that's what it is. You have to be accountable for what you say you are spending on your budget to see that it's in the interest of not only the taxpayers, but all the people of the city. Even though I was tortured in Toronto and the corrupt members of the Toronto police gangs and a corrupt individual, the supposedly a 22-year detective, took my word of how I found out about a fire by inadvertently standing on a smoke sensor by a cigarette and tried to say I said I took the cigarette, threw it in the bedroom, and then closed the door and burned down the room and killed my 2 cats and nearly killed me and a dog who was rescued from abuse while I was in the Supreme Court of Canada contesting the appointment of Olivia Child to the office of mayor against the city of Toronto and Child. I was in the Supreme Court against a corrupt cop named Kerr and the investigator who decided that they were going to support the corruption, and it turned out that was the motive why Khrushchev has laid this false criminal charges, which we defeated the court of law. But then again, they tortured me beyond the point of death. Left homeless without no food, no water, no blankets, no gloves, no clothing, And every time they tell us there was no shelter space with a 14-year-old on the dog with bad legs. Imagine this. So we are contesting the Olivia Child's budget in a court of law, and there's only one way this budget will pass, and that's if on the deadline, which is tomorrow, March 13th, I'm not able due to physical help to make it to the Ontario Superior Court of Justice to file the documentation. Because what corruption starts with is lip service and a lack of service. Paying cops who is alleged to have broken the law, we're going to suspend them with pay. So you're going to use taxpayer dollars to pay them for doing nothing. If they're suspended with pay, then you suspend their badge, but you bring them into the police station to clean garbage, to clean toilets. And they have to sweat their brow for what they reap. You can't have people alleged of criminal acts being paid to sit at home, and then you give $91 million to them. So we are challenging the Olivia Child's budget in a court of law, and we are vetoing the approval by Toronto Council and putting a stay on the budget. So we can spend the taxpayer dollars on real service that benefits the majority of the people, not just a few of special interests that want convenience. Doug Ford says, oh, we want jets down by Billy Bishop Airport because, it's rather than convenience. You can't put convenience above the needs of the people of this city or this province. You can't put privilege above the right to live and the right to enjoy the reasonable enjoyment of life. In poor health, I struggled and I made it down there today. Unfortunately, we wouldn't have been able to make it in time after getting the print and doing all the service. So again, tomorrow I have to take my alien body that's fighting off a stroke to go back downtown. The people are worth it, but yet the people rather give their pearls to swine than to give a nickel or a dollar or a dime to somebody who respects the law and invests in mankind, which includes the birds, the bees, the trees, and all there is to be. Because honesty matters, service matters. But they think it's all about lip service and propaganda. And yes, I had to do all this. So this is my harm reduction. This is how I inspire hope and stay away from the dope. That's somehow all my technology seems to be not accessible. Imagine that. But aside from that, everybody have a gorgeous, blessed, wonderful day and pray that my health doesn't fail. And if it doesn't, then we will legally stop the political gravy train by stopping this budget, which contributes to keeping the social shame and the disgrace so that people don't gain. Kevin Clark throwing them here. To goodness be the glory.